Hello students. So today I'll be teaching moral science to the students of standard 7. So children, you take out page number 15, lesson 5, self control in your moral science book. So in this chapter we'll learn about self control. Self control is quite difficult in the beginning, but then it gives true happiness to the person who can control himself or herself. Now, see this chapter, it starts with the words of God. It is astonishing what power our mind has over our body. Let the mind therefore always be the master. So, you think before you do anything. Now, see here in this chapter, here is also a story about Alexander the Great. To govern others is difficult, but more difficult is to govern oneself. To control our emotions is not an easy task. Only the strong minded can control their emotions. Even great kings, scholars have failed in maintaining self control. So, controlling others is difficult, but it's more difficult to control oneself. Let us read this story to find how Alexander the Great's pride was humbled by a sage. When Alexander came to India, he found that Indians were very brave and fearless people. He became friendly with them. So, when Alexander came to India, he saw that Indians were very brave and fearless people, and they also were very friendly. When he was about to return to his own country, he remembered that the people of his country had asked him to bring an Indian sage with him. They had heard a lot about sages and were very anxious to see one. Alexander began his search for a sage. So, when he was about to return to his country, he wanted to take along with him an Indian sage. So, he went to search for a sage who can go with him. Alexander began his search for a sage. He went to a forest in quest of a sage. He found one sitting under a tree. He was in deep meditation. Now that sage was meditating under a tree, and he went there in the forest, and Alexander decided to wait till the sage opened his eyes. When he opened his eyes, Alexander greeted him warmly and requested him to accompany him to Greece. So, Alexander waited there for the sage to open his eyes. And when he opened his eyes, Alexander asked him that he wanted to take him along with him to Greece. Alexander said, I will give you everything you need or anything you ask for, but please come along with me to my native land. My people would love to meet you. So he said that I will give whatever you want. So you come with me to my native land. My people want to meet you. The sage replied politely, I don't need anything. I am happy and contented, means satisfied where I am. So what the sage said? He said, no, I won't go with you. I don't want anything. I am very happy with whatever I have. And turn the page. Then after that, Alexander flew into a rage. So he became very angry, Alexander, as this was the first time that someone had turned down his request. So till now, nobody had the courage to turn down Alexander's request because he was such a great king. He could not control his anger. So he became very angry. He burst out in anger and unsheathed his sword. He took out his sword and threatening the sage, he said, "Do you know to whom you are speaking? I am a great King Alexander. If you don't listen to my request, I will kill you." So he said that you don't know who am I. I am great King Alexander, and if you don't obey me, then I will kill you. Unperturbed, the sage said, "You cannot kill me. You can kill just my body." So what the sage said, "You cannot kill me. You can just kill my body. And the body is nothing but a garment that my soul is wearing. So soul never dies." So the sage says that you can kill only my body. My soul will never die. How will you kill my soul with your sword? You say that you are a king, but according to me, you are a slave of my slave. So the sage said that you are saying that you are such a great king, but I think that you are a slave of my slave. Furious, Alexander became very angry. Alexander could not comprehend the meaning of his words. Alexander could not understand what the sage was saying, why he was saying that you are a slave of my slave. He asked the sage, "Why did you call me the slave of your slave? I am nobody's slave." In a very sweet voice, the sage explained, "Great king, I have mastered my anger." So, what the sage said, "I have mastered my anger." That means I can control my anger. Anger is my slave. I have full control over my emotions. I don't lose my temper as you do. So, that means you are the slave of your anger. So, what the sage said, that I don't lose my temper. So, anger is my slave. So, that means that you are the slave of your anger, and anger is my slave. So, you are a slave of my slave. So, I hope children you can understand this. So, thought of the day. Self-control leads to true happiness, though in the beginning it is hard and bitter, as said in Bhagavad Gita. So, this is what you came to understand from this chapter. Self-control leads to true happiness, though in the beginning it is hard and bitter. So, this chapter is over. In my next video, I'll discuss the question answers with you, and till then you will try to get the answers to these questions. So, thank you. Goodbye.